keep putting me in these institutions. That's what they call them. Institutions, facilities, mental hospitals. I call them prison. They don't know what's good for them. They need to get me out of here. They need to listen. I'm only helping them. Well, maybe not them. I'm helping the world. The earth, even. They call me insane. They call me disturbed. They call me depressed. But I can tell them this. I am not any of those. I simply know the truth. In 1999, me and my family visited Disneyland. We happily rode the Small World ride. I was 12 at the time, and my sister was 6. We loved every moment, and our parents smiled with nostalgia. But at one point near the end, some lights suddenly shut off, and the real lights illuminated the ceiling. The moving display pad shut off, and crew members wearing red overalls walked along to help passengers in the boats onto the stage, to direct them out of the building via emergency exits. A voice came over the loudspeakers. Disneyland thanks you for your visit. Please evacuate the attraction in an orderly fashion. Keep looking forward and follow the directions of staff. Thank you. The staff wouldn't tell us much as they quickly ushered us out of the building. Ambulances were outside, and we saw a police car parked in the main walkway. At the time, my mother still had her camera out and snapped a few photos of the crewmen and close-ups of the mechanical children. She snapped a few last-minute photos of anything, just to use up the last roll of film in the camera, since we were going to develop them later that afternoon. Anyway, this was the last photo on the reel, aimed at the ceiling at the attraction. There was a hunter in the woods, who after a long day hunting, was in the middle of an immense forest, and it was getting dark. He had lost all of his bearings, so he decided to head in one direction until he was clear of the increasingly oppressive foliage. After what seemed like hours, he came across a cabin in a small clearing. He realised how dark it had grown, so he decided to see if he could stay there for the night. He approached the door and found that it was ajar. Nobody was inside the cabin, so the hunter flopped down on the single bed, deciding to explain himself to the owner in the morning. As he looked around, he was surprised to see the walls adorned by many portraits, all painted in incredible detail, without exception. They appeared to be staring down at him, their features twisted into looks of hatred. Staring back, he grew increasingly uncomfortable, making a concerted effort to ignore the many hateful faces. He turned his face to the wall, and exhausted, he fell into a restless sleep. In the morning, he was face down in an unfamiliar bed. He turned blinking in unexpected sunlight. Looking up, he discovered that the cabin had no portraits, only windows.